Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mondoid, your one-stop shop for all things Project Zomboid. And this week, actually, is a nice, quiet week again. It was 2 weeks of really solid information. Last week being particularly exciting with the new 3D engine they're talking about, and this week we're working on it. That's fine. I don't mind slow weeks like this, so don't expect a lot of in-depth conversation from me this week. There's not a whole lot for me to analyze and talk about, but I do like to get these out every Monday for those of you who might not be able to read or just rather hear it while you're doing something else and just don't want to go to the blog, whatever it is. So let's get down to it. It's called Lighten Up. Where's my mouse? There it is. So, essentially what they're doing as of right now is saying, look, we're working on it, here are the details. They are basically working on, from what I can tell and understanding from what they're saying, is a lot of optimization, which is good. A lot of optimization is solid, especially with Steam. I keep saying right around the corner. I cannot wait for this thing to hit Steam. But with the Steam kind of approaching very, very rapidly, they need to make sure that certain things are optimized. And something that the game used to do a lot of was rendering stuff frame by frame. It used to load up the game frame by frame, and that requires a lot of memory usage, a lot of slowdown, etc., etc. And one thing that they've been able to do with what I assume is the new engine and all that 3D jurgle blurgle is allow that to kind of dissipate. Instead of rendering it like a frame by frame situation, it says here, now, since we're not confined to draw order and characters can all be drawn after the world, we can construct a set of one-time vertex buffers that'll hold all the composited geometry of the world for as long as you're stood in the same chunk. Then, as soon as you run onto the neighboring chunk and trigger the map streaming, a new vertex buffer is composed to represent the geometry around you, which can then be reused and reused again until something changes. This means something rather costly that used to happen every frame now only happens every 10 tiles when transitioning between rooms or when someone opens a door. So essentially it just loads it up and it's all set. Doesn't have to worry about rendering it over and over and over again. It just seems like, from what I can tell, it's just going to make it a lot better on your processor. It's not going to run as poorly. Again, all that optimization they're talking about last particular blog is they're just talking how it's going to be continuing and what exactly, for all you technical people, what exactly is happening behind the scenes. So thumbs up. I understand very minimal. Next up is lighting. Another big bottleneck of the game was the smooth lighting, not only for the actual ISO order drawing that we described in detail last week, but the calculations of lighting across loaded world's tile grid. Now they're going 3D essentially, they can easily transfer responsibility of lighting to the graphics card. Again, a big thing that a lot of people didn't understand before was that 2D and isometric and all that stuff is much more difficult, especially for newer graphics cards than 3D. And the reason for that is the graphics cards nowadays are built to render 3D as opposed to building to render for 2D. It's not the same thing. So the fact that they're incorporating 3D stuff, they can offload some of the work to the graphics card itself as opposed to the processor, which is nice. They have a few pictures here of the new lighting effects, and honestly, it's pretty cool looking. I mean, it's a lot of what you see in more games today, how the lighting looks. It's a lot nicer. In my opinion, a lot nicer. I like it. There's a lot of colored lights here. So they're saying, don't worry, we're not changing it to Project Discoid. Joke. But other than that, it looks really good. I mean, there's really not much to talk about. Hey, there's lighting, it's new lighting. Yay! So, thumbs up for that. The thing they wrap up the blog with is that they're saying that if they can't get this out at a particular time, they will offshoot or offset it by loading up the build prior, the one that still uses the older engine. They'd rather not do that, but if it's going to take too long, that's the one they're going to bump up for everybody to grab on and play with. So we'll see. I don't know. I think they mean by that just the people who have it already, not like a Steam version. I'm very much looking forward to the day we have a blog post that gives us a Steam release date. I cannot wait. Oh, and Indy Stone, I'm telling you right now, if you're so worried about if you're super worried about Project Zomboid being buggy as hell when you release, wait till you see my early look of the alpha of the Deadlinger. You want to see a broken game? That's a broken game for you. So again, Indy Stone, my message, don't wait too long. Get this out on Steam as fast as you can. Anyway, thank you guys so much for swinging by. If you're one of those once-a-weekers, I'll see you next week. If you're a regular, I'll see you later today or tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you all next time.